Today on the show, we go looking for trouble, and then we find it. Hello there, and welcome to the Lost Cantina, the podcast that explores the stories, characters, and themes behind our favorite galaxy far, far away. I'm Kevin.
And I'm totally not the bad guy. I'm just an innocent little traveling companion for May who buys her merchant stuff and definitely isn't the villain, Jaden.
That's a lot to unpack there.
Was that too much? Was that too much?
But we'll unpack it later, man. Yeah, there's a lot there. We have a lot of theories on this. There's a lot of shit going on. This episode, I'm going to just start this with this episode was the shit. Like, I actually really liked this episode. But here's the problem. I like this episode so much that I look at the first 3 episodes and I go, oh, that's a steaming pile of dog shit right there.
Yeah. We talked a little bit about this in the pre-show, but it was like, why the fuck wasn't this like the pacing of the show? I'm just right off the bat, I'm going to say the pacing of this show is awful. I think the 30-minute
all over
like
the place.
the 30-minute runtime, which is really more like 25 maybe. Like it's if they had condensed episodes 1 and 2 into one episode and then condensed like 3 and like mixed 4 in there would have been stellar. Would have been amazing.
There has been there's been a lot of discussion online that like is actually good discussion where people are just kind of like, hey, I don't like the production quality for this. I don't like this scene. I didn't think this was acted very well. And I am starting to, like, now that I've watched it a couple times and analyzed some stuff, I'm like, there are some problems. I am seeing a lot of problems. Now, I watched this episode twice. And honestly, there's just one thing that I had a big issue with, and I will talk about it later. But
I did see something really funny online. Someone posted a on a Quora, the website to like ask questions.
Yeah.
Someone posted, they're like, how do I tell people I don't really like the Acolyte without people accusing me of being a Nazi and being associated with a Nazi? And I was like, yeah, I think it's where we're at right now. I do think episode 4 will change people's opinions, though.
Yeah. I am thinking the same. Well, what's bullshit to me is that's the problem. I feel like I can't criticize so much of this now without somebody being like, "Oh, you're a piece of shit." And I'm like, "Bro, fuck those guys. I don't speak with those people. Fuck those people." Yeah. So it's like, but I go on every Instagram post on Instagram. For Star Wars right now.
You got there.
And obviously they're pushing, Acolyte, because that's the show coming out, and it's so funny to watch these comments where it's just like, why are you making so many posts? I'm like, they just have a fucking TV show premiering. What are you, fucking stupid? You don't know how marketing works? But then you get all these same comments where it's just the same copy and paste comment of like a trash can or Kathleen Kennedy, fire Kathleen Kennedy, and I'm like, okay, please add something to the fucking discussion.
I agree.
I know this is probably, you're all probably just like, holy crap, guys, we get it, like, you're annoyed by this, but like, it's fucking annoying, okay? Like, we've talked about it in all the episodes we've made so far about the show, but holy crap, man. I'm going to give you some real criticism later, but it's getting annoying.
There are legitimate problems with the show. You will not hear me disagree with that in any way, shape, or form.
We will be talking about it here shortly. But before we do, you know what time it is. It's housekeeping time. And my house is a mess, so let's do some cleaning. Yeah, that was bad, right?
No, I like
Connor,
it.
Keep that in. Because
Connor,
Connor's
that's fantastic.
So yeah, email us at thelostcantinapod@gmail.com. Please send us some shit. We love getting emails from you guys. It's really fun to read what you think.
Great, seeing what you guys got to say. Most of
It's
it's good.
nice, to get those emails and not the spam emails we keep getting about fucking Ohio right now. I think that's because somebody in Ohio has the email on their phone, and it's like, "What's happening?"
It's I don't. Yeah, probably. But it might not be
Yeah,
me. It might not be
I've
me.
been I've been mass deleting them. It's really funny.
There,
But
this.
yeah, so if you haven't watched The Acolyte yet, the first couple episodes, please do. And then, maybe you might not want to watch more, but guess what? We'll watch it for you and we'll just
Yeah,
talk about what happens. And then maybe you'll be like, okay, I'll watch that. I will say this episode's actually kind of fucking cool. So maybe watch this one. It's kind of fun.
yeah, I agree.
So before we get into it, we're gonna have a little bit of an ad, and then we're gonna come right back with it. All right, so now we're back. So the episode begins on the planet of Kafar. Now, this planet is fucking cool. I think this whole episode, I told Jaden this, I told you this the other day. I think the set design has been really good for this show. I know you keep saying, where the fuck is all the money going with these 30-minute episodes, 15-minute episodes? I
It's
think it's
driving
going
me
in the
nuts. That's
set.
one of my big complaints with the show is that I like for the amount of money that they've poured into this. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
getting very much Tony Stark built this in a cave with a box of scraps. Like George Lucas made Star Wars with fucking popsicle sticks
Yeah,
for like
literally.
$10 million. Like where are we spending 30 million an episode for 22 minutes of content? I just don't see it.
Yeah, it is very strange. But again, I think the sets are great, and I think that has to
The
do with a
sets are
lot of it.
great, but like we're not there long enough for me to get to enjoy them.
Yeah, yeah,
It feels like I'm just gonna say it. It feels like there's a whole other show missing from this. I feel like there's like
yeah,
a whole meat and potatoes that's just gone, and people and like the creators of the show are just kind of like, well, it's Star Wars, so you should like this. It's like, yeah, but where's the rest of it?
hmm
It's like Ice Cube in that one where you're like, what are these? Were you rationing string beans? What are you rationing Star Wars content right now? Give me more Star Wars content.
Well, I will say that I do think that the planet Kafar, we're on it pretty much the whole episode, and it is pretty fucking cool.
No, that one's
Kind of
cool.
like something at a Predator or Jurassic Park. Ferns everywhere. Everybody loves their ferns. But yeah, it's a pretty good setting. I thought it was pretty cool. We see our Wookiee Jedi, which is really cool to see finally.
So glad we'll get to see
Um,
him the whole episode.
yeah, it's gonna be great. He's just doing his thing in his little makeshift house, and we see the symbol from the witches all over the fucking place. And you're like, why is he drawing this shit
Yep.
everywhere? What happened on this fucking planet, man? Because clearly some shit went down.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the scene. We just see him hanging out in his hut, like cooking, getting ready for some stuff, and then poof, he's gone. And we go to Coruscant. And again, it's kind of cool to see Coruscant looking like this. It's kind of more flat.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say clean because Coruscant's just a trash heap.
Different kind of
But
clean.
yeah, different kind of clean on the surface, if you will. Less cluttered. Less looking like my hoarder mom's house. Yeah, sorry, mom.
Mhm.
Basically, it's a nice planet, and we go to the Jedi Temple, and we see a Jedi who's training a bunch of apprentices, Padawans doing their thing, and they're doing a defense exercise with those the wooden rods. And he says something that I thought was kind of interesting because we've been talking a lot about how these Jedi are not quick to use their lightsaber. And a lot of people have been complaining about that. But the one line he says in the middle of training is maximize your defenses without need to strike. And I thought that was cool because it's like, that's what the Jedi are really there for, right? Peace. And so he's like, hey, like, make sure you don't need to hit somebody. You don't need to kill somebody. Like, let's try to de-escalate. I think like
I was just
that's
about to say they're
really what the
teaching
Jedi are.
de-escalation.
Yeah. And Osha's watching this and she's kind of like, oh, this is kind of cool. I don't know. I thought it was a pretty cool, like, just kind of thing to see. We don't see a lot of Padawan, in group working
Well,
together,
I
learning. Right? We've
think I
never
think for her
really
it's
seen
more
that.
nostalgia. Like she
Oh yeah,
wants so badly to be in that group, to be in that number, if you will.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I just don't think that she is. And she's she misses it. I think it was like this was the second home that she always
Yeah.
wanted to have, and
Yeah.
she feels for some reason that she has to leave.
Yeah. So the other thing that happens is the Padawan, Soul's new Padawan. What's her name?
Uh, Jackie.
Jackie. Yeah.
Let me check.
She comes over and they have a conversation, and basically we kind of come to terms with Osha saying how like she just basically can't face her past. Like she's just never been able to face her past. And that's the reason why she couldn't be a Jedi, right? Like she could never accept her past and move forward with her life. Um and that's kind of Jackie gets a little bit more insight on it. Um and then she's like, "Are you going to say goodbye to Soul cuz Osha's leaving. She's bouncing."
Yep.
And she's like, "No, I'm not going to say goodbye to him. I've caused him enough trouble." And I'm like, "Bro, what the fuck? Like
So this
say
is
goodbye to the guy."
this is again that other part where I said before, it's like this feels like we're missing something. I don't know.
Yeah.
This feels very
It's
weird to be
weird.
like because the last time we saw Osha, Jackie, and the rest of the gang, they were on the planet, and all of a sudden they're all the way back on Coruscant, and she's like
Yeah.
leaving. I'm like, where did the rest of the show go? Where was
Yeah. Yeah.
like there really wasn't a reason to go back to Coruscant.
Yeah, so again, I agree. I think there's something missing here. Like it just feels like there's not, I don't know, why leave so quick? Like it just feels like she's running away so easily, and
Yeah,
I don't know, it just feels strange.
it also feels like I don't know. Later on in the episode when she's because spoiler, she's convinced to come and join
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
them, and it's like it feels like there wasn't much of a fight or a conflict.
Yeah. There's a whole scene where she like accepts, but we'll get to that one soon, and it's just a weird. But yeah, then we go to May and Kimir, who is clumsy. He's a clumsy guy. He's a little sus. He's almost like Jar Jar clumsy, right? Something is going on with this guy. And
I love the
they're
drunken way
I
theories.
know.
I
Yeah,
love them.
yeah. That's how it feels. And so they're on Kafar and they're like talking about how he found the Wookiee, which also, how did he find the Wookiee, right? To find
Yeah,
another force sensitive, and I say another force sensitive, something's up, man. This guy's fucking sus. All
he's
right.
very sus.
They start talking about how she made a deal with her master and, what she's got to do to find this Wookiee, and he's like, "Yeah, I can do this. Like I can find this Wookiee. I found him, and a lot of bounty hunters don't want to come because he's talking about the planet about how like nobody wants to go there and how it's like not even um basically like explored properly."
Yep.
And I'm just sitting here. I'm like, "How the fuck did you find him then?" Like I get that
Yeah.
those two people found him in the beginning, at the end of the
Or
first
the end of
episode,
that one episode.
but
Yeah.
like even then, that's kind of is it really that they stumbled upon him? Were they maybe they were hired? I don't fucking know, but I personally think it's weird that this guy was like, "Oh, I know where he is." Um, so yeah, they end up trekking into the forest, and we go to the Jedi talking about May and the shit she's been doing, and they keep saying they're like, "We know somebody's trained her." They don't really suspect the Sith. They don't say Sith. They say, "Oh, maybe something else," and then all of a sudden, mutter, 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 mutter. They just know something is up. And
Yep.
this is my number one issue with this fucking episode is Venestra. What the fuck is this acting? I'm actually mad about it because it's terrible. What the fuck is your line delivery? And what the fuck is with you guys taking the worst takes? Sorry. It's just ridiculously bad.
Yeah, it's not great. I mean, she's far from the worst actress to ever be in Star Wars or actor, but it's not great.
So basically she comes in the room and she's talking and shit and she's like explaining like, obviously a Jedi trained them. I don't need a hologram to tell me that. I'm like, what the fuck kind of line is that? First off, the writing for that, the dialogue for her is written really poorly too. So I'll give her
Very
that. The
poor.
dialogue is really not very great.
But
And
listen, that's what Star Wars is based on: is poor dialogue.
I know.
Is actors turning poor dialogue into beautiful moments of
Yeah,
cinema.
right. I love you. I know.
I know.
But yeah, so her line delivery is really bad. She goes back and forth with Soul and the other Jedi, and she's like, talking about how it's kind of weird that, all these Jedi that were on May's planet are now dying by May. What's up, Soul? And almost accuses Soul of some stuff
Mhm.
without saying it in front of everybody. And yeah, so it's a weird line delivery. Saying she ends up saying the word intercept, but she says, "I need you to intercept." And I'm like, "What the fuck? What is happening?" But yeah, the scene's kind of all over the place with it. It really took me out. I
The
heard it
energy is
instantly and I
weird.
was like, "What the fuck, dude?" But yeah, so she wants she wants the Jedi to hide the whole situation. She's basically like, "No, we're going to handle the situation ourselves. Otherwise, it's going to hurt our political image." And again, Jedi
Yep.
dealing with political image. And so after that scene, she is approaching, or she's approached by Soul in the hallway, and they kind of go at it a bit. And she's pissed at him because she's like, "Bro, what the fuck happened on this planet? I thought she was dead." And he's like, "Well, I thought nobody could have, survived the fall." And she's like, "What? What the fuck fall? What are you talking about?" She's like, "You did not give a full report." Like, basically, they like, something's up. Like, this whole, she's at least like, "Dude, what the fuck's going on?"
Yeah,
So
she's
yeah,
questioning what's going on, which I think we all are at this point.
yeah. And I will say this: I really think Soul is the character that is holding this whole fucking show together. Um,
Yep.
because we see him the most out of,
And Osha. I'll give Osha
I'll give
credit.
Osha
Osha.
too. I think she's a good actor. But I think he is the character holding it together. And I will
Yeah.
say, as much as we don't see Kamir a lot, I do think he's fucking cool. And I think obviously he's acted very, very well.
I'll tell you what, the internet loves Yord. Internet loves themselves some Yord.
We'll get into that.
Eh.
We'll get into that. So anyway, yeah, I mean, I thought the scene was fine. She's just kind of yelling at him and calling him out. It's just a given kind of situation. And so then we go back to May and Kamir, and basically he's asking her, like, "Why do you have to not use a weapon? Like, what's the deal with that?" And he's like, "Can you use a lightsaber if you disarm them? Like, what's the fucking deal, man?" And he's being all kind of goofy talking to her, and it seems interesting that he's asking these questions. um but yeah, he seems to be really into what she's supposed to be doing here. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think it's I really and truly I think that he is going to be end up being the villain.
Yeah, same. Yeah. We both, I know you and I have been, spoiler alert, we both think that he's the baddie.
It's just there's so many flags for
Yeah.
it.
I
And
don't know what
I don't
Connor
know how I feel
thinks.
about that. I kind of was hoping he would just be a guy. I think Star
Yeah.
Wars is a lot better when you have just guys running around. That's why
Yeah.
my favorite character is Wedge
Yeah.
Antilles, because he's just a silly little guy doing his job. Like
Oh,
that, the guy that everyone complains about, that Kamal Nanjiani played in Kenobi,
yeah.
the shape, the grifter Jedi. Fucking love that. I was like 10 out of 10. That is fan fucking tastic. I love Star Wars having just little guys running around.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, by the way, there was a certain somebody in the Jedi scene. I forgot. Who would that be, Jaden?
That would be Mr. Kiadi Mundi, which
All
the internet's
right.
going fucking nuts over, because we're just going to address the controversy. He's the Jedi that famously says in episode 1, the Sith have been extinct for millennia.
Again, before Connor had some issues with the technical issues before we were going to
Yeah,
record.
Connor would have loved to have been here, but his internet decided to kill him.
Connor did bring it up. He was like, "The Sith, we don't know if this is a Sith. We don't think it's a Sith. It might not be a Sith. Red lightsaber doesn't mean Sith, by the way. It just doesn't. Um,
It does, but it doesn't.
if you are a Sith, you will have a red lightsaber. But if you have a red lightsaber, you may not be a Sith. There's your fucking Venn diagram.
There, it sounds like a medical commercial. Side effects of red lightsaber may include falling to the dark side, uncontrollable coughing, and erectile dysfunction.
Whoa. Well, hey, you know what? Yeah.
See your nearest Jedi healer for more details.
If you find yourself having loss of limbs, please contact your nearest medical droid. But yeah, so basically he says that, oh, the Sith, haven't been around for a millennia in episode like 1 or 2,
It's
and
episode 1.
this is like Okay, we don't know. Like, we don't know. Like, I just think people are freaking out too early. Like, don't get me wrong. If this guy says he's a
There
Sith in this show, I will say, all right, everybody can be pissed. I'll take it.
the other thing too is people are like, well, in canon, he wasn't he wasn't born yet. And it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. That is old canon because I want to point
Mhm,
out something else.
mhm.
Disney canon also, or not, sorry, non-Disney canon, aka Legends, said that Kiadi had a whole ass family.
Yep.
He had multiple wives and children because males of his species were very rare. And it's like, yeah, I can see why Disney doesn't want a harem anime going on in their show.
All right. He's alive. He's a Jedi. He's not a master because he's not in the dark robes, by the way. I noticed that. He's in the white robes, which I think that means that they're knights, right? Or does that mean, I don't know.
I
The fucking
honestly,
outfit thing is confusing.
I think they're awesome. I think that you don't like them, but I think it's a cool
I
color
don't
change.
like them because I think they look like cosplay outfits, but I also understand why they are so prim and proper because they're not fighting a war. They're not doing anything. There's nothing fucking going on. So like they don't need to wear armor. They don't need to like be running around in ancient ruins doing all sorts of shit trying to find ancient weapons and blah blah. Like I
Well,
get it.
what's her name? Indara was dressed up in a traditional Jedi robe, so
Yeah, but she was chilling at a cantina, hanging
that's
out.
true.
So like on I don't know why she was doing such a thing. I think she is the baddie personally. I think she is a bad guy, like from the group. Um,
I could see it.
but yeah. So yeah, so now we're still with May, and basically she says how she just can't use a weapon, right? She's not gonna use a weapon to kill these Jedi. And she asked Kamir about like if he's ever seen what the master looks like. And he's like, "Oh, no, obviously no. You know that." And I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Hold up, bro. You sounding really fucking sus here." I'm going to say sus a lot in this episode cuz that's what he is. And he talks about how
Yeah.
he did not make a deal with the master. He just owes him. And I'm like, "What? Owes
Yeah,
him?
what
What
does
the
that
fuck?
mean?
What does that mean, man?" And then he's like, "Well, you know how he likes to collect people." And I was like, "Collect people? What the fuck does that mean?" So that's the other thing, man. Like when you say, "Oh, he's a Sith," Sith don't collect people. Sith, it's like
Yeah.
two people, right? So like I kept thinking to myself, he can't be a Sith. Otherwise, that would just be the two of them, right? Like it wouldn't be like something's
Well,
up.
they've been playing fast and loose with that rule of two bullshit. It's like, there's only two Sith, but like we got a lot of dark side acolytes that could be thrown around here.
I don't know, man. It's fucking weird.
Like Asajj Ventress was never a she worked for the Sith, but she was a dark side force user. She was never considered a
Yeah.
Sith.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. So anyway, we get a scene with Soul talking to Osha about how, she wants to she was gonna leave and he meets her in a hallway and is like, "Hey, wait, I hear you're leaving. I don't want you to leave. I want you to come with me." And she's like, "You want me to join the Jedi?" And he's like, "Well, no, not officially. I need you to
He
go
says,
with
"Fuck
me."
you, no."
He's like, "No, I need you to go with
He's like,
me."
he's like, "What? Ew, no, gross."
Well, that's the thing. It's like she doesn't want to be a Jedi, but she's also really excited to be a Jedi again. I'm like, what the fuck is happening with what is
Again,
again?
it feels like a fucking half of the show is
Yeah,
missing.
it feels like parts are not put in the
Like if
episodes
there
that
was a
need to be
whole
there.
like half episode of like Jackie walking her around the Jedi Temple and them like
Yeah,
her like, oh, this is where I used to. This is where I grew up. I feel like this is home. Jackie like, well, it could be your home again.
that would be fucking great. I would fucking love to see a scene like that. It would make
It would
other
make
episodes. I
me
don't care. It would make it better.
it would make me give a shit about these characters. And I don't know if I've said this in the show yet, but it's like I've yet to find a character where I'm like 1,000% yes, I'm in. I love these characters because they don't have time to ruminate. They're not breathe.
Yeah,
We've uncorked this show, but the wine hasn't been able to breathe yet.
it's ridiculous.
And here's the thing.
Jaden's trying to get shit faced on Star Wars, guys. This is ridiculous.
I want to get shit faced on Star Wars. I haven't had a good sip since the Bad Batch, which by the way we do plan on talking about the Bad Batch at some point.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot to unpack there too. But yeah, it just feels like we're missing scenes. Like it's very strange. But yeah, so she's talking to Soul, and she's like, "All right, fine, I'll go with you," because she doesn't really want to face her past, but she's like, "All right, fine, I'll go." And
But I'm
she's
not wearing those civilian robes.
and then we get a nice wipe to a ship, and then she's sitting there pissed off because she's wearing those robes.
I was like, those aren't even that bad. Shut up. Those
They're
are
really
fine.
not that bad. I don't think they're that bad. But
Although I will say this is the other thing too. Just real quick, I kind of hate that we don't have like a term for civilians who work with the Jedi besides just civilian. Like I wish,
yeah,
honestly, I wish they had like Jedi acolyte or like Jedi helper or like just something like a division of like again me wanting more lore, but it's like give me like, oh yeah, this is the Jedi division of like I don't know, like the science of division. You know, like these are civilians who work for the science division. You know, or just give
yeah,
them like a title.
yeah. That'd be kind of cool. So we get Yord giving a rundown on the situation, and he's boring as shit as per usual.
Yep.
And Osha's just kind of chilling, and a little muskrat guy comes up, and a little mole.
Actually, he's an otter.
He's an
Technically.
otter. Okay, all right, fine. You
This
do
is
it.
this is something that like, hey, throw it. They're throwing us a bone, Legends lovers, because this
So
guy is from 1979,
damn, he's fucking
or his
old.
his species.
I don't know what the fuck he is.
He's like an otter thing. His name's Basil. Come on, you watched the episode.
So Basil comes over, and he's like talking smack to her. She's like, "What the fuck are you?" And then Pip just like squirts it in the face with "I don't know what. I'm not gonna ask," and to get him to go away. And so she stands up. She starts talking to Jackie, and Yord is like, "Do you have a problem, civilian? You have something to say?" And she's like, "No." Great job, Yord.
They're
You did a great
supposed to be
job.
friends.
It's so weird how he treats her. He treats her like shit, and then he treats her nice for like 2 seconds, and then like instantly back to treating her like shit.
Uh, I'm
It's
gonna keep saying
fucking
it. Where
weird.
the fuck is the rest of this show?
It's very strange. It's so weird. So anyway, they go to this planet. They land on Kafar, and Jackie goes and asks some locals like, "Hey, have you seen this Wookiee?" And basically we get this weird scene where Yord is being a dick to her again, to Osha, of
Yep.
like, "Oh, I'm gonna need to confiscate that blaster." She's like, "How about no? How about I just keep it? It was given to me." "Yeah, well, guess what? It's a property of the Jedi." She's like, "Uh-huh."
It's so weird.
It's fucking weird. He acts like a fucking weirdo. And basically they're like, "Oh, your Wookiee is in the forest," and so they all walk off to this cliff, and they look at this giant forest, and they're like, "Oh, he's in there, okay." And so uh, it's just fucking weird. It's just like a fast scene that I don't even think that scene was even. That's a scene like that didn't need to be there. We could have had anything else. That was weird. So then they're walking down the
Oh,
mountain.
I gotta mention we got away from it. You just totally reminded me. When way back when May was like getting ready to leave, she
Oh yeah.
starts walking, and then he was her Manny Jacinto's character was just like, "Hey, whoa, where are you going? I know exactly the way to go." And then they like the scene opens up, and there's a fucking bridge next to them that
Yeah.
May was walking in the exact opposite direction of, and it's like there was a bridge. There was a bridge right there.
Yeah.
May, where the fuck were you going?
Yeah. It's bro.
There was very clearly a path.
All right. Okay. There's problems with this episode, but it's still a better episode than the other ones.
It's
Anyway.
better. No, but I just had to
So
point that out. I was
yeah.
gonna kill me if I didn't
Yeah.
mention it.
So they walk on these like mountains and stuff, and they're walking on a path, and they have a tracker, and it's this otter Basil, and he somehow Yord has a piece of cloth that has a scent of a Wookiee that I don't know how the fuck they got it, but anyway, gives it to him. They're going down this path, and they get off the path, and they're still following Basil. And before anybody continues, they kind of like stop for a second. They're walking kind of slowly. Basically, Osha's talking to Yord and is like, "Hey, I need you to fucking kill May if I can't do it." And he's like,
No, she didn't say
"Well,
kill. She says stop. She says stop.
you're gonna be. Let's be real here. Yord. Guy's got cop energy up the wazoo. He's gonna fucking shoot
Yeah.
first, okay? This guy, come on. So basically, he's like, oh well, actually, Master Soul thinks that she's got good in her, so like the love for you, like that's gonna make her like turn. And Osha's like, yeah, cool story, bro. If it doesn't work, you got to take her out. And he's like trying to push her to like realize why. It's weird because he's like, we've known each other, we've been friends since we were younglings, and I'm like, you've been a dick this whole fucking time. What do you fucking mean you're a friend? You're a douchebag. So it's just like, what the fuck? But he tries to give her a pep talk, and it's actually a good pep talk, I will say. I think it's like actually okay because he tells her, he's just like, maybe Soul brought you here to face your past. Maybe he brought you here to face yourself. Um, and I thought about it and I thought, well, maybe Soul brought her here so he can face his past.
Yeah.
Because it's a whole fucking thing. But yeah, it's a weird pep talk, and finally they're like, okay, whatever, we're gonna keep going. And so yeah, it was just a weird pep talk. So then they end up in the forest more, and the trees look fucking weird. And Basil's like, something smells kind of fishy here. This is a weird area. I don't like it. And they're trying to figure out like, okay, what's going on here? And all of a
Yep.
sudden you can see Osha like look at the tree and touch a piece of the tree, because like you can tell right away. I was like, oh, okay, she's starting to be force sensitive again. And she touches this weird thing on the tree, and she continues to walk, and then it moves. It's a giant fucking bug. Okay, it's fucking disgusting. It's a
Mm-hmm.
giant bug crawling. They're like sucking on the trees. It crawls up the tree. It's gross. It's terrifying. Welcome to
It's
Star Wars.
great. No, it's fucking. It gave me vibes of Kong Skull Island.
Yeah, I fucking hate that. No, I don't want a fucking giant worm eating somebody. Fuck you. Ugh. That's
Yeah.
fucking terrifying. Okay, centipedes freak me the fuck out. So,
You know what I'm talking about when like Andy Serkis
fuck.
gets like eaten by the slugs.
Why are
I guess it
you
wasn't Kong Skull Island, it was just King Kong, but like man, that was brutal. That was brutal.
why are you the way that you are?
Because I want you to suffer.
Ugh. So anyway, a giant moth bug thing. It's like a giant cicada or something. She force sensitive to that too, and she kind of sees it, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, what do we do?" And Soul's like, "I got it." And he ignites his lightsaber, so it's blue. Ignites his blue lightsaber, all really fucking bright. Like, I think this is the first time we see his lightsaber, and it's
Yep.
blue as fuck. And the bug instantly goes towards the lightsaber and he cuts it in half right away. But I don't really necessarily think it went for the saber. I think it went for the guy with the saber personally. But they even say, they're like, oh, it went to the saber. It tried to go into the light. It's attracted to the light. I don't know why we fucking needed that. It's one of those things where it's like, I hate it when shows have to spoon feed you like
That
an
was a
explanation.
weird. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Maybe next episode the bad guys will get swarmed by those bugs.
Maybe that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, it was freaky
But again, if
deaky.
that was the thing, why would you put that in this episode? Because then it's a whole
Exactly.
other episode.
Yeah. Bugs are weird though. I'm not about it. No, thank you. Those spiders in Mandalorian freaked me out too. So yeah. So basically, after that, they're still walking, and Osha's talking to Jackie, and she says, finally, she explains. She goes, I couldn't accept what I lost, how unfair it felt. Like that's why she couldn't be a proper Jedi, like a good Jedi. And she just says, she's like, I couldn't let go of my past. Like it just wasn't gonna happen. Um, and one thing that I thought was really cool that Jackie said, I actually think this should be a Star Wars quote, personally. I think this was a good enough quote, and I think this should be considered a good Star Wars quote. She says, we're not defined by what we lose, we're defined by what we survive. And I
Mm,
thought that was really fucking good. That's
yeah,
a really fucking good line. Because that's
loved
the
it.
thing is like, okay, you lost a family, you lost a sister, but what did you survive? Like you survived losing your family, losing your sister,
Yep.
losing your home, and going through such a traumatic experience, and basically just like you wanting to come to terms with being your own person from your sister. You survived your sister trying to fucking kill you. You survived all, like there's all these things, and it's like you're a stronger person. Same thing with fucking Ahsoka, right? Like Ahsoka survived so much shit, trauma.
Obi-Wan survived so much shit, dude. Like, the best Jedi survived trauma and keep going.
Exactly. And the worst Jedi, well, they usually die, but or
Yeah.
they become a dark side user, but
Yep.
yeah. So after this, now we get to May again, and she's tired. And Kimir is like, "Nah, bro, we're not resting. We're not resting." She's like, I've been trekking in the forest for like 3 hours. It's gonna be nightfall soon, but like I'm fucking tired, bro. I'm about to fight a Wookiee." And he's like, sure, fine, 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 fine. And so he is like asking her questions about, like, he asked if she had like a final lesson, right? Like, or a test. It was a test. He asked if it was a test. She says it's a lesson. She says it's called the final lesson. And the master has said the whole point of not using the weapon to kill a Jedi, it's the final lesson is one you teach yourself. And
Yep.
basically, a Jedi is not going to harm somebody who has no weapon. And she's like, how am I supposed to kill somebody who acts like that? Like, what? It's impossible. And he's like, it's not impossible. It's not. It's not impossible. And he's like giving her this weird pep talk that like is very suspicious of a master trying to give a pep talk to, you know what I mean? Like, it's sus. So basically he's like, okay, fine, he's like actually strangely concerned, and she's like looking at him like, you don't care. And he's like, no, I care. Because earlier she asked him about like her sister, like, oh, what was she like? And he's like, well, she was confused over her head, that kind of stuff. And he's like very knowledgeable,
Yeah,
more
he's just like,
he's very
yeah.
calm and collected with his explanations compared to the other time we saw him. So it's a little weird. I can see a master trying to keep tabs on his apprentice, if you will, by like
Well,
disguise. You know what I mean?
Yoda did the same shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Remember, Yoda showed up on Dagobah. I was like, "Ooh, looking for Jedi, are you? Ooh,
yeah,
how
yeah.
fun!"
So like that's the thing. I feel like he's doing the same thing. So basically, he's like, "All right, fine, I'll go get you water." So he leaves, and we go back to Osha and Soul, and they're talking, and it's an interesting pep talk again, because she's kind of like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know if I could do this. I'm getting force sensitive again. That's a good thing. I can try to fight her, or I won't hesitate again. Like, I can do this. Um, and he's like, he had said earlier, like, when I mentioned you, when she saw you, when I mentioned you, her eyes softened, right? Like he said that when he was trying to convince her to join the crew. And
Yep.
he's basically telling her like the love she has for you is going to be what saves both of you, and the love that you have for each other is basically what's going to bring you two together and make you guys like okay, essentially. Like, you're not going to kill any more people, you're going to be all right. But he says that he essentially wants her to face her past, but he says he needs to face his past, and then he'll explain everything in the ship. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? I'm like annoyed.
Fucking massive death flag too. To
Dude,
be like, fucking, I got Ned Stark modes. Where like, we'll talk about your mother when I get back
yeah.
from King's Landing, and you're like,
What the fuck,
actually, the
dude?
last time you'll ever see him alive.
Yeah, pretty much, pretty much. So you're like, what the fuck? What's gonna happen? But before she comes up to him, so this is something I noticed. Before she comes up to him, he is staring at a tree, and he's staring in a direction that of like what you think could be like the house of what's the fucking Jedi's name again? The Wookiee. So he seems upset. And I thought to myself, uh-oh, did what's going on here? Like,
Kelnaka.
was Kalnaka, that's it. Basically, I thought, is he sensing a dark presence, or is he sensing the light of somebody getting extinguished? And I thought to myself, ooh, shit. Oh, shit.
Interesting.
What's happening?
Oh,
What's
and
happening?
again, I'm sorry, I keep forgetting to go over something really quickly. Your when I think it was either Jackie or Osho was when Basil was trying to like track,
Oh,
and
yeah,
like
yeah.
Yoda was the only one who could talk to Basil, and they were like, and he gave some shit smart ass answer where he was like, well, a lot of people like to study Shri Wook,
Oh,
but I decided to study a much more obscure language. And I was like, this motherfucker was like,
yeah.
I don't want to study Spanish, I want to study Swahili.
Yeah, that's basically who he is. Yeah, I remember he said that. Yeah, it's I don't like this guy. He's an asshole, okay? I just
Actually, I
don't
take it
like
back. It wasn't even Swahili because Swahili is useful language. He would have been
Yeah, I
like,
know.
I know that we encounter Spanish a lot, but I would rather study ancient Welsh.
Yeah. He's a dick. I'm sorry. I don't like Yord. I don't like him. Like
Careful, you'll get the Lord Horde after you.
the jerk.
The Yord
Yeah.
Horde.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So what happens is we hear a scream, right? So right before Osha and Soul have this conversation, they hear a scream. And it's May. May starts screaming. And what happens is she flips. She betrays Kamir and she's like, "Hey, I don't need you and I don't need the master.
Yep.
My sisters needs me." So her plan is to get captured and go with the Jedi and she'll be protected by the Jedi. And he's like, "The master will kill you." And she's like, "I don't care. It's going to be fine. Like,
Yep.
he's not going to kill me."
Not gonna catch me, idiot.
Yeah. So right after that is this scene, and that's when Soul is like, something's up. You can see he's like freaking out. Um, and it's what happens when a Jedi usually, senses somebody dying or like a dark presence. So it's like, okay, because she traps Kamir and he's like hanging upside down by a rope. So basically, we're like, what's happening? So May is running around. I've said so many times because I'm saying soul, and like my brain just keeps saying so over
So
and over
soul
again.
sa.
So soul. I'm so sorry, everybody. Fuck. Uh,
I'm soul sorry.
the next scene is May running through the forest, trying to get to the house of this Jedi, and she falls, and we see her fall on these little pods that, like, spores come out of, which I believe are the same ones we've seen in like Jedi Fallen Order and some other games, which I thought was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And Basil's there and he sees her. He starts screaming and freaking out. And so the only one who obviously can see this or hear this, I should say, is our favorite Yord. So he's like, "Hey, they found her. They found May." So she runs into the house and she's like, "Okay, what's the deal? Let me find this Jedi." She doesn't know who Basil is. She's like, "What the fuck is this?" And it was a really cool shot with the sun going down behind her. It was like starting to go down. It was kind of freaky and creepy. I like that.
That was cool.
And she's in the house and she's like, "Oh, Master Kofu, right? Is it Kofu or
Kalnaka.
Kalnaka?" There's too many fucking names, man. New names. It's killing me. So she goes, "Master Kalnaka." She looks, and the fucking Wookiee is dead in his chair with a lightsaber burn that's fresh. It is fresh. It is a fresh fucking burn. And she goes, "He's here." And then the sun
Yep.
goes down. Okay, here's the thing. We're going to talk about this scene. This is
Yeah.
the best scene in the whole fucking show so far.
This had me go, all right, I'm back in. I was a little
Okay.
out, I'm back in.
This is by far the best scene in the whole fucking 4 episodes we've had. The sun disappears and it gets dark when she goes, "He's here." The Jedi show up to the house, right? They tell Osha, "Stay right there." They walk up as like a line perimeter in front of the house. And they call her out, May, and they're like, "Anybody in the house, come out with your hands up."
Yep.
And she's looking, May's watching, and she's like terrified. And then she like feels like a weird rumbling. It's subtle. I had my speakers really loud and it's subtle. She like looks around and then she like looks back outside and we see Osha. Like we getting these back and forths of Osha. Soul all of a sudden senses something and he turns around to look at Osha. And then everybody notices and they all turn and we see this figure floating down to the ground from the top of the tree. And then we see it start walking toward Osha. And Jackie is like, "What is that? What the fuck is that?"
Yep.
And everybody's just like staring. And they're just like, "What the fuck is it?" Like, it's just dead silent. Nobody knows what to do. Nobody knows what it is. And the helmet is fucking cool. It's like some weird
It's
Joker shit.
so cool, dude. It's what Kylo Ren's mask should have been.
Dude. Yeah. It's got teeth. It's like got a freaky deaky smile. And that's another thing that makes me think that it's Kamir because it's a smile, right? And he's goofy. And I kept thinking to myself, man, he's fucking there's something up here, man. Like the Joker, right? Like the goofy guy, like, why does it have this sinister smile? That kind of shit. So it walks up to Osha. Osha's terrified. Osha's like, "What the fuck is happening. She's scared shitless. And then I thought she died. And I know you said something about this to me yesterday, how you think that they should have killed OSHA right then and there.
I think, honestly, if the show was ballsy, she should have died. Like, the lightsaber, because the lightsaber ignites, like, really close to her.
Yeah.
If that had been ignited through her, that would have been like, oh, shit. Like,
Well,
that's a
again,
plot twist.
it is Disney, though. She'll probably survive.
Oh, yeah. I mean, even that would have been cool to see her get stabbed,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. But yeah, so she's standing there, and the lightsaber ignites, and everybody starts freaking out. All the Jedi ignite their lightsaber, and Sola's like, "OSHA, get back!" And they start charging towards this thing, and it just looks at OSHA and just like lightly moves its fingers, and she goes fucking flying. And then as the Jedi get close, it like uses like one hand and just fucking pushes everybody back. And there's like smoke and everything. And then boom, the episode's over. And I'm like, what the fuck? What just happened?
Yeah, it just cuts.
And just like that, we're going to have an ad break. Yeah, see, you all had to deal with the same fucking thing we had to deal with. It happens, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yo.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So
Love
yeah,
it.
I'm very curious as to how. So basically, here we'll do this. We'll just do our questions and what we thought of the episode, and then what's next, and then there you go. Then you get us next week.
Yep.
So I will say this: I want to know how the fuck this guy got there really quickly. How did he know where the Wookiee was? How did this bad guy know everything right away? That's my issue. That's what makes me think it's Khmer. Like, it's got to be him. There's no fucking way.
I think it'd be weird if it wasn't him, to be honest.
Yeah. I actually thought this episode was a hell of a lot better than the other ones. I think
so much better.
I think this episode should have been like episode 2.
Yeah. I agree.
I think the episode that we got with the witches should have been later down the line.
Dude, how cool would it have been if this was episode 3 and then it just hard cuts to the backstory of OSHA and May?
That would have been a great fucking pace.
And then it'd be like,
situation.
Wait, what the fuck? No, what about the thing in the woods? Because then you literally could have like, you could have had the whole witch's backstory and then just cut to like OSHA like lying on the ground staring at the blade and being like, and say something like, it's happening again.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if I was to show, if I had kids, spoiler alert, I don't have kids. If I had kids,
thank God.
I wanted, it's too expensive. If I wanted to show this to kids, the thing is, episode 3 can be watched at any fucking point because it's only the past. It has nothing. There's no scenes from the future. Yep. I would have my whoever the fuck I'm watching, anybody. I would be like, watch episode 1, watch episode 2. You're then gonna watch episode 4. Then just do what you said. Then I'd have them watch the next one.
Yep.
But yeah, I think the set design was great. I really think the wardrobe for the bad guy looks fucking sick. I did notice some gauntlets and some gloves on because I was looking at it and I'm like, is that him? I think he was wearing. Maybe he wasn't wearing. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out, dude. I gotta know who this fucking person is. It's really bothering me now. Because they're not that tall. They're not that much taller than OSHA, which means I think it's him. Because he also is not that much taller. But yeah, I mean, I thought this episode was great. I liked the use of sound, and I really liked the bugs. I hated the bugs, but I liked the use of the bugs.
Yep.
Overall, I actually liked this episode. I didn't hate this one, except for that one fucking line. Intercept. The fuck was that? Stupid. But yeah, what did you think?
I think it's amazing. I think that this the last sequence.
Wow, I really wish Connor was here right now.
Gotcha there. Gotcha. You fooled you. I think that that last, like, literally everything from just introducing a villain that I'm like, oh, this guy's scary. That's cool.
Yeah.
And I think we desperately needed it.
What is the thing that I know you were talking about, how next episode, what you think is going to happen?
So here's what I think is going to happen next episode. I think that they introduced a bunch of disposable Jedi to get their shit absolutely rocked.
Yeah.
by this Sith user. I think there's like 8 or 9 extra Jedi along with the ones we're supposed to care about.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they're all gonna die. Like I think it's gonna be an episode of Predator. Like I think it's
Yeah.
just gonna be
Yeah.
just floaty evil guy jumping from tree to tree, murdering.
Hell yeah. I could fuck with that. That'd be fun.
I could fuck with that too. I think that's amazing.
Do you think that this show is going to be okay moving forward after seeing that sequence, or do you still think that's just a blip in it?
I think that's going to entirely depend on the last, because we got what, 4 episodes left?
Yeah, it's 8 episodes.
Yeah, it's 8 episodes. So I think honestly, I think it's I have decided that I'm not judging Star Wars shows until I see them in their entirety,
Yeah.
because I was a little sour on Kenobi until, or at least a character in Kenobi,
Yeah.
until we finally got her motivation in like episode 5, and then I was
Yeah.
like 1,000% in. I was like, this show is amazing now. I love this.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how, I mean, I also, I know I said this the other day to you. For those who are curious, I think that if this show turns out at the end to be phenomenal, I don't think that that's excuses terrible scenes or terrible use of shots and like issues with dialogue and just like, I thought we were gonna have great production quality after the first scene, and then it's like, where did it go for half this
Yep.
shit? So I don't think that excuses things, but then again, I mean, we've had some weird shit in fucking Star Wars, man. Like we've gotten some weird ass shit.
Yeah.
So I think the thing is, as a Star Wars fan, you have to excuse a little bit of stuff to like take it as a whole, because everybody's like, oh, everything's perfect all the time. It has to be perfect, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Have you watched the original trilogy right now? It's so fucking dated. Like, looks like dog shit in some scenes, and you're gonna tell
How
me, oh my god, now it's
dare you.
perfect. It's like, shut the fuck up.
I think people's perception of it is colored by the fact that the only thing you can watch online is the special editions.
Exactly. And
You
those are
don't,
edited
the
to
original
shit.
Star Warses are like gone. You can't find them anymore.
I mean, I've watched the VHSs from like the 80s and the 90s. I've watched those before, and it's, let me tell you, don't say shit's perfect. Also, don't start picking and choosing shit from your Legends Bible, and you know,
Feels like a personal attack against me, but fine.
Not you. But anyway, yeah, I think I have hopes. One will say, right? Hey, we got a hope. We got one hope.
You gotta hope.
We got hope for Star Wars. All right, so that's it for now. But we're gonna keep watching. We're gonna keep hoping for this show to like do better. Basically,
Agreed. Well, folks, that about wraps it up. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, please take a second to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. It really helps us grow the show. And be sure to connect with us on Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter at The Lost Cantina. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. We will catch you next time.